what if I can write novels, but with the help of AI? I wanted to like roaming inside of my rooms, like walk here, have a sip of coffee, and just let my imagination roll. And I can just dictate, say, hey, then the hero enter into a room, and he turn left and turn right and whatever. Yeah, I want to speak and dictate the thing that I want to write. I want to exercise. Okay, I want exercise. I just want to move. Okay, as you guys can see, I like most of the time when I code, I'm standing up. I raise the whole computer up. So recently, I also want to write script as well as write novels for my art creation as well as for my indie game. So you have to have a like rich background story. I will write this, but I'm not a writer. I'm not like a professionally trained writer to write amazing stories. But I got a plot in mind. And most importantly, I'm not a native speaker, so I can't possibly write like grammatically correct English all the time. And I don't want to actually, got typewriter something like that to actually type things because I got a typo all the time. So I think maybe I'm going to develop an app that can actually utilize the help of AI, and they can recognize my voice, and they can understand what I'm about to write and write it for me. So I can sort of collaborate with AI and make great novels or make make great story, a background story, or some like digital asset inside of the game. So for example, I want to get a really rich background for my game. So we got like a lot of the books inside of the game, a lot of the like menus. Like for example, I'm creating some scene of a apocalypse scene, and you go into a room, and you read their novel, something like that, and you get more background story. I want to do that, but I don't want to tie myself beside the computer. Excuse me, or like type everything. So I want to like maybe take a walk. Okay, take a walk in the street and in the park while I'm traveling, and I can continue to talk to that app, and they can continue to write the story for me. Okay, that's what I'm about to do. So yeah, a little bit challenge, and also want this to make a semi tutorial, semi devlog sort of thing, because it's a really big challenge for me because it's the first time I actually incorporate the AI functionality into my app. So the future plan is going to be like this. This is like a formation, like idea formation period. So the future plan is like this. I'm going to develop the Mac version first, because if you develop an app, you have to think about if the person want this app, they will going to use it in their familiar environment, and the writer most of the time is going to write things at least on somewhere, maybe a pad, something like, but they need a keyboard to actually write it. So I think, if I make a Mac app, and then they install on their Mac, and they can, of course, if the AI does something wrong or they want to modify things, they can just use keyboard to input things, and so it does not be too like destructive of the original workflow. And I think this is a very good thing and very good, like the point that I can, you know, I can find this like a business opportunity here. So I think, first I need to use it myself to streamline my developing as well as my creation process. A second thing, I want to make a tutorial about Mac, because I seldom make video about Mac development. Even though right now you can like make a cross platform, you like create a shared code, something like that. You can like Swift UI cross-platform, like you get Mac version, iOS version, all that. But I want the freedom of Mac because once you are a developer, you can notarize it, and then you can sign after you sign that, notarize that by Apple. Then you can you can host it in your website. Okay, Mac have a complete different system when you distribute out because you can like create like a DMG or a APK file. It's not APK. It's what does it call it again? Sorry, it's called package. Okay, package, PKG package file or DMG doesn't really matter. It's just like a disk image. So once you got that, you can distribute yourself. Okay, so you just host it on some like a drive. You don't want to spend money on this hosting. It doesn't really matter. But you can do that yourself, and you can control it. And since this will involve with AI, and Apple has a pretty strict guideline. I'm not against it. I'm all for it. But I'm also an artist as well as a creator myself. So I want the creator. In fact, I know the creators out there need something uncensored. Okay, need something that can have like do not restrict the creative freedom. Okay, so for example, if you're like drawing and practicing, you have to learn anatomy. Anatomy include nude. Okay, so if you are using a model that have a filter sensor of nude, you won't be able to use that in the art study or art generation. Or I'm just using some example that to just to showcase why I choose to develop Mac first. If it's iOS version, it will have challenge. Definitely, I presume it will have a challenge, because it's AI generated. So you have to add like extra layer of review, regulation, reporting, all that. And I don't want to go through all this hassle, but most importantly, I don't want to make it a app that restrict the creative freedom. Of course, you can't have like something that break the law, but I don't want it to be too censored model in order to pass a certain review. And I'm a creator myself, so if I'm making this app, I don't want to be standing at the opposite of other creators. Okay, I don't want to censor what they create. So I'm just want to make a tool, and you can decide it for yourself. So that's the like right now the design in my mind. So that's the reason I choose Mac first, and then if you got like a more like green version, like friendly version, like more friendly to everyone's version, I will make an iOS app maybe. But I want to quickly test the idea by create a Mac version first. And so the technology, so platform and technology, of course, Swift UI and all that. So second thing is how to achieve things. So basically, we have a multiple functionality to work with. So first, the program will be able to hear what I dictate. Okay, so I'm like walking here and there, and need to like be able to understand what I'm talking. So there will be some model, maybe a like voice recognition model. I believe OpenAI got like a great model called Whisper. I'm still in the process of researching, and I will like to use multiple models to for users to choose from. Probably, all this model can, if there is like a commercially permissible, that will be great. So I can use that commercially. I don't know whether it's called commercial permissible. I'm not sure. I'm not native speaker. Sorry about that. And so I want the user to have the freedom to choose whatever model that has processing their information. But also there is another thing that I'm brainstorming right now. There's another thing that we need to consider is that the copyright information, because if you are creating things, you don't want this thing to be uploaded to some like third party company, like big tech company. You don't want to send them your creative process, because they may steal your information, they may leak all this info online, and they may analyze your things and maybe make some competitive products. A lot of concern going on here. I'm not saying that they would do it, but I'm just saying some content creator may have the insecurity of processing their creation content online. So for example, I'm like a artist. I use say Photoshop, and I'm scared. A lot of artists are scared of using Photoshop, like a screenshotting all the creation that you create, upload to that server, and train the AI and replace it. So there's a lot of people got concerned, and a lot of people boycott it. I believe just few months ago, because like a great boycott of even like adding some poison or something like that to there. It's not like real poison. It's like a algorithm that serve as a filter and process your image and upload to other people's server, and then they will get all the training data like all messed up. It's a totally another story. I just I'm brainstorming. I just thought of that and or share with you guys. It's amazing. We are like living in the future. Oh my gosh, what's going on here? Just a few years ago, I've never thought that this world would be like this. I hope so many things, and AI just going crazy, and I love it. I love it. It's age of opportunity, and age of all this creative thinking. We can actually realize it. It's amazing. So let's go back. So if the user have this concern, so preferably don't use API or other people's service, but rather use some offline model that first is commercially, we can use that commercially. Second is like we can process things locally, but most importantly, most of your my users content needs computer need to be able to run it. So I think that's a big ask, because a lot of offline large language model require a huge amount of RAM, and so I'm not sure this will work, even be able to pass the review, because if like most of the users will just run this app and crash, they will have a really bad experience and maybe not be able to pass a review. So that's the reason I choose Mac. Okay, because if you got some like powerful calculation, powerful like we can say calculation, because basically just fire neural network calculation. So if you want like pretty beefy and powerful thing going on, you have to use Mac. Of course, you can use a like connected software to your phone, and then you like use some syncing of data. Okay, like you record some thing on your phone, and then you can sync that with your Mac, and Mac can run this offline model, and then you do that. Yeah, it's also a great idea. So you have to make a connected app separated on the phone, so you can work together. It's like this is just a completely another story. So yeah, so offline model, of course, can got multiple models that you can choose from. Of course, if a user want to use more powerful like online model, they can use their own API. I don't want a user to use my API, because I don't want to get users' information. I just want to develop a tool, and you use my tool to create. You use my tool, and you use your own API. You use your own whatever thing that you choose, and you create your own work. That's the fellow blessing from the developer as well as the content creator. So that's it. That's a basic idea that I have in mind. So so I will make this video as the first of a series of video of devlog, semi-devlog, semi-tutorial. If you are interested, please give me a thumb up and subscribe to my channel, and I will update this series if I have time. And it's holiday season, and I will, wish you a very happy New Year and a very happy holiday. Okay, so yeah, thanks, bye.